I want to address some questions that are asked of me online regarding why I chose to purchase a home abroad instead of my instead of instead of the country of my birth, Jamaica, in Jamaica. Um, some people seem to think that that's not wise of me to do, but there's always real reasons as to why people make these decisions. I think at the time, and I'm not sure what it's like now. At the time when I decided to do that, the intention was also to purchase one in Jamaica. However, when I looked at the amount of money that I would have spent to purchase that home in comparison to its yearly appraisal value, or how well the property itself would have been appreciated, it didn't actually weighs out well for me. It seems wiser at the time to have spent that money here in America, considering that the my asset would have later been appraised for a lot more than it would in Jamaica. And that's the simple reason. That's the only reason I did it. Um we have to choose to spend wisely. When I decided to that I was going to do this, I went to Jamaica, and I went to Jamaica National Bank out there, I think in right there in Alfred Tree. I went there and they approved me for, I think at the time it was about 38 million Jamaican dollars. The approval was done, I was ready to go, and I just never act on it. One of the additionally, what had turned me off also was that they they were requesting my social security number, and I don't know if that was a joke. And this was years ago, and I adamantly said to them, absolutely not. If I'm purchasing the home in Jamaica, I am a Jamaican citizen. What do you want with my social security number? You don't use you're not your system is not based on America's system. It's more British than it is anything else. What are you talking about social security number? So that had turned me off also, let alone I was aware that the house would not have been appraised for the same value as it would be if it was in the US. It was those reasons that caused me not to initially buy the house. I think I have regrets now though, because although it would not have appreciated, I think I let the years pass by, so the time that I would have been given to pay the mortgage would have been much shorter now. So I'm here just explaining now to a lot of the questions that I got in the comments regarding this. Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you? I'm giving you the logical reason. Plus, purchasing the home in America give me more tax write-off. There's no tax write-off in Jamaica for my property. So it benefits me more financially to buy the home here in America. I think if we're buying a home in Jamaica because we're from there and with no intentions of making it work for you financially, then knock yourself out. By all means, you should do that. But as you're here working and living in another country, you should always try to make your money work for you, so that when you get older, you take your two pence and you go back home and live well. The only regrets I have is that I should have taken that money that Jamaica National gave me, because it would have been penny on the dollars now. Because I think at the time, that amount that was given to me was based on a US of about probably $130. It's a lot more now. So it would have worked out for me by paying a mortgage that's affordable. So if I have to say that if I have to say that I have regrets, that would have been the only regret. The only one. But owning a home here, the tax write-off, the appreciated value, the the cost, the chances of you reselling this home quicker for more money is much greater than it would have been in Jamaica. You know, it definitely would have been. So we have to think about how we spend our money. You know, I don't have any regrets about that, except for that one that I just explained at all. And now, if I had to say, okay, let me go home and do that now, you go to Jamaica and you sit down as a Jamaican. You're still a citizen of the country. These people start doing crazy talk with you. They no longer speak to you in Jamaican dollars. They're talking to you in US dollars. What? Save that for the tourist. I'm not a tourist there. Don't bring your 1.9 million US dollars property to me. Don't bring it to me. On if if the property appreciated in value as it does in the US, then I would say yes. But they don't. No, they don't. You'd buy that property. HOA fees would kill you unless you're building up something on a piece of land and you take your time and build it away. Then okay, and you go back home. You live in the property, and you said, okay, you're there back in your country living in a property that you don't have to pay for. But here comes sickness as you get old. You have to fly and run back to the US where you get better health care. Think about it. The good thing about it, if you what I do find benefit in, if you go back home with your retirement money and you find somewhere to rent, when you weigh out that option, I think you may end up being better off renting. You may end up being better off renting in a nice neighborhood, because you're going back home with like what, $2,000 a month in retirement funds. I'm gonna just put it at that. Even if you go back home with $800, which is not much, but you'll be able to survive much better in Jamaica with that money than you would here. Now that's a better option. Think about it. If you purchase a home, the HOA fee will, even when you purchase it cash and don't owe a mortgage on it, the HOA fees are forever. They will suck you dry with that. Yes, you could Airbnb, but how some Airbnbs doesn't pick up until 2-3 years after. That's when you start getting a steady monthly income from it. It takes some time. Then you have the the people who are on the board for HOAs. They'll suck you dry themselves. They themselves will suck you dry financially. That's what I meant. I'm doing all Jamaican phrase here. So just look to see what works for you financially. Don't just make decision because you want to show off to your friends and family in Jamaica. Oh, I just bought this house. Oh, I'm building this house. Is it making sense for you financially? Think about it. Think about it. It's not cheap. I'm not saying not to have the home, but where do you think it makes financially better for you? If you, however, let me say this. If you are living in this country, in America, and you have no papers, you're just here to work for a little time, and you're building a house back home, absolutely you make all sense. Do you? But if you are living here, you're a citizen, or you're a legal resident here, it's best to get your home here first. It appraised in value. If something go wrong, you can get up and just sell the house and go home with your money. So there when you see people don't, not everyone owns a home there. Not everyone of us. They have very good reasons why. They weigh the options, and which is what I did. I weigh the option. If I have a home there, it's only because I need to have a home there because it's a country of my birth. Nothing else. What is it gonna give me? Some Airbnb money sporadically every month? Are you kidding me? I'm not saying Airbnb is not good. It's good. You should do that. You can do that. But look to see where it makes sense for you more. Where does your dollar value increase more? It's always in real estate, location, location, location. Get wise. Weigh your options, the tax benefit, the appraisal value, the monthly rent that you can get from here. Although I must say that there's a lot of Jamaicans with a ton load of money. Jamaicans, yeah. I think I was listening on TikTok, where a Jamaican content creator said, and I don't know how truthful that is. I'm going to do the research into it, but I'm going to repeat it anyway. He said last year, Jamaicans sent home money through Western Union, 13.8 billion or 13.3 billion US dollars. What? Jamaica is a small country. That's a lot of money to send home. You have some Jamaicans go home and they buy like a $800,000 US dollars house, and they can afford it. But these are people who have already made their money here and probably just want to have a house. They didn't buy those homes for investment. It wouldn't be a smart investment. It's investment, but how soon will that value grow for them? Not if it's here, it grows faster. It'll grow there, but at a slow pace. It is much faster here. It is much faster here. So those are some of the reasons I have looked at when I was making the decision. I'm not saying that I would not have a house there. It wouldn't be, yeah, I wouldn't press gas on that. I would have to be financially stable enough where buying that home is no skin off my chin. I am not there yet. And I know a lot of people here, they do rent, they're renting here, which is crazy. Renting in America, but they have a house back home and they have papers. That's not smart. They're renting here. You're paying you paying somebody else's mortgage. You're renting here. No, what you need to do, get your hustle on while you're in America. Go to the little states them, go to Michigan, go to Boston, go wherever you want to go outside of New York, upstate New York, go catch a little property for $50,000. Although they're no longer for 50. Go catch something for 100K. Before you know it, the property is now worth 130K. Give it 2-3 years. In Jamaica, no, no, no. Again, I'm gonna say it is important to have a house home, but make sure you're not doing it on broke pocket, because the appraisal value does not grow as quick as it does in the United States, and the tax write off here is just absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so guys, I just want to give some response to these questions in my comments, and as if, yeah, 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 think about it, guys. Think about it. Thank you for coming back to watch my videos. My name is Claudia. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.